about the way Western powers are engaging with them?
Well, the challenges in the region have been, well, obviously there have been the need for more climate change resilience, or ensuring that low-lying islands are safer. We've had to build over the years a number of energy transition plans so that they'll be more independent. We won't have to constantly rely upon diesel or oil delivery on a constant basis. But there's medical, there's educational, there's the chance to ensure that, as we came out of a COVID crisis, that we played our role there. It's very, very complicated, but it's something that our country has been committed to for over 120 years. And we want to make sure that we do not neglect our role. We do not vacate or leave vacuums as we did in the last 3 years. They're actually challenging their sovereignty at all. The question with respect to... Well, a number of other influences were starting to get engaged, we're starting to make traction, we're starting to get an influence, because if you are not there as an influence, then other influences that don't share your values might seriously fill the vacuum. And that has happened. And we're in a contestable space. And our position is to make sure that the Pacific Island nations have their eyes wide open, like we need to, about the circumstances geostrategically that we're living in. And we believe in the right to worship the God of our choice. I'm talking about, for example, the checkbook diplomacy that is the policy of some countries.
Which one?
You can itemize who those countries are. I don't point the finger. I'm just saying we don't do diplomacy that way. We do it in way of grants. We ensure that the money doesn't come with all sorts of attachments other than proper auditing, because we regard them as sovereign, independent countries. See the difference? They don't have any strings or tags to them like some countries have. We've had to build over the years a number of energy. My question is, why do they have to be loans? Why have we got the idea of checkbook diplomacy? If it's a good idea and you want to help, then if the loan and the application for an advance passes muster, passes investigation, then that's what our foreign aid is, alongside Australia's, alongside so many other countries who want to join in now. It doesn't come with strings attached, so that you have to condemn other countries to go with it. See what I mean? We don't challenge the independence of the nations we're dealing with. We say small states matter, and that their voice has the right to be respected as much as ours or any larger country. Committed to for over 120 years, and we want to make sure. Well, I believe that like-minded countries like New Zealand will have to deal with that issue, because I know that some of these countries cannot pay it back. See what I mean? And when that happens, then all sorts of influences, untoward as they might sometimes be, gain the influence that was designed behind the loans in the first place. London, in Paris rather, in the French government. This is possible. Well, what I do know, the people have not been seduced. Go and ask the ordinary people in the hamlets, the villages, and the small towns and the hills of the Pacific, and they'll tell you that what they prefer. I want to make sure that their voice is imaged by their leadership as well.
What are the tangible things you noticed happened in what you're calling?
I did have to remind the ambassador to New Caledonia from France that some of us have been around thousands of years before she ever got near this place. So would you just kindly remember that? We started to think to ourselves, why do we bother? Now, I could not believe that happened in this country. So please get engaged and try to turn up not with a uniform on.
How did they miss this?
Well, because they've been Eurocentric, and because they've been, totally Eurocentric. Russia was the country was seen as the biggest foe during the Cold War and what have you. They simply missed the back door. Challenged the independence of the nations we're dealing with. We say small states. And I've seen far too many politicians, both from New Zealand and Australia, who walk into China and think that they are their equal. Have a good hard look. They haven't come down through millennia because they're stupid. They're clever, they're organised, they're long-range functioned. Please understand them better than you show you understand them, and then you might better be able to deal with them.